Hi my lovelies, hi. I'm actually pre-recording our coffee break video just a couple of days ahead because if I can, I try and do it live on a Sunday and really connect with you. But it's Easter Sunday, so happy Easter. I'm not quite sure where that's going to land for us. There's usually it's like kind of an Easter egg hunt thing going on and we're having a meal, so I'm not sure where it's all going to land in terms of my time and space. So just want to make it relaxed for me and make sure I show up for you. I really hope life is treating you beautifully. In fact, what I really hope is that all the glorious stuff that I know life is bringing you in all kinds of packages, I hope that you are able to receive it peacefully and lovingly, and I hope it's bringing you clarity on your journey. And clarity is what I really want to share about in this week's coffee break video. I was thinking about how in our community we contemplate, maybe more than some people, about the importance of non-verbal communication, either as a primary way of communicating or the subtleties that are received by people in non-verbal communication. And it's something that certainly I've journeyed a lot in conversation and exploration and guidance around as a parent to other people in our sphere, you know, other key people that walk with our family, that it's not just about the words you're saying. It's about the tone of your voice, how you are in your body, also the meaning behind it. You know, a phrase doesn't have to be directly demanding to come across as demanding. You know, all these things. So we've certainly explored that a lot. But what I was really thinking about this morning is, as an energy therapist and a pattern release deconditioning guide, I really think about in my own life and invite parents to think about how so much of all of our being is in that realm, in a vibrational sense. People experience us as we are, not as we say we are. You know, really, really annoying sometimes, isn't it? Our children are amazing receptors for this and incredible feedback, instant feedback for us. If we're just that tiny little bit out of being lined up with the truth of who we really are and what we're saying we're feeling, you know, that we will get that mirrored back to us with great strength. But the whole world is perceiving that. And what I was really thinking about this morning is, as a parent, how much desire I've had in my life to, and I choose this word deliberately, prove, because that's the energy I was coming from a lot of the time and still sometimes go into, prove to other people about the validity of the way that we choose to live as a family, the way that we choose to parent as a couple, the way that we choose to educate our child alternatively, you know, all these things that we explore as the parents we are, where we do things differently. And then looking for words and stories and examples and reasons to justify, to prove that we are right. But of course, what people receive of us, firstly, is an expression of where they are and what they're open and able to receive. And secondly, they are absorbing an experience of our vibration, of our energy. And in my desire to prove, you know, I can go into my nature. So notice what yours is. Mine can be to push, to force, to, you know, I'm very forward moving and very verbal, and I can easily go into debating, you know, proving in that way, you know, sharing stories to kind of beat someone down. This is why we do this. This is why this works. And this is the evidence, you know. And in that energy, are they receiving what I really want to be demonstrating? And to know that, I have to really come into myself and ask myself, what am I wanting to demonstrate? You know, if I really want to show something to the world, I don't want to be coming from the dynamic of proving in the first place. I want to come from my soul's desire to shine something out, to offer people the opportunity to see a different way and to resonate in a different way. And I want to come from my heart space, and I want to come from joy. I want people to be able to observe us and see that we're a family who has chosen well-being and peace and joy and love. You know, so that is where I need to prioritize my energy when I feel that people are not seeing what I want them to see. I need to do that inner check-in. Am I actually living in that space? Or am I putting all my energy into that pushing, proving, fighting space? You know, because that's not lined up with my core beliefs. So I invite you to check in, sit and check in inside. What are your core values and beliefs for you, for your family, about how you choose to live? And are you embodying that? Are you embracing that? Are you allowing that to shine out? And yeah, I just really wanted to bring that into the space today. Right, gorgeous ones. I've got my cards here, so let's have a shuffle and have a card for this coffee break. I hope Easter is bringing you something beautiful. I know that will be a really varied experience for you all, as are these occasions anyway for all families. I think Easter for some people is a big event, and for some people it's like, here's an Easter egg, move on, if they're not to it at all. You know, we're all quite different, aren't we? But especially for us families, special occasions can be, you know, a really varied experience. And so however this long bank holiday weekend, this Easter moment is touching you in terms of your own inner story and expectations, and how regulated your children are, and the expectations around family and connections and all these things. I just hope it's all landing with peace for you. Right, this is the card that's come through, which is a really good one for Easter. If, like me, you're probably eating lots of chocolate. Visualise a healthy body and mind. So no finishing off all the kids' Easter eggs. I see you. Okay. I buy really nice chocolate, which is all like, you know, from the health food shop with coconut sugar and all these lovely things. But I still want to eat too much of it. Okay, today's lesson. Visualize yourself as a completely healthy person. Try again. Visualize yourself as a completely healthy person, inside and out. Okay, so let's just take a minute to be in fullness in our breath. Close your eyes if that feels good for you. And see if you can find that. What does it feel like? How do you look? How are you moving in the world when you are completely healthy? Can you get in touch with that right now? So many of us parents, me included, walking through spaces of healing where we've come into burnout, or not taking care of our health, or not taking care of our nutrition or exercise, and you know, we've struggled to meet our needs, and things have caught up in our body. So let's just be so loving on ourselves wherever we are. Let's see if you can just feel into that sense of, oh, I'm so healthy and full of energy and vibrant and alive. And see how you move in the world, how you engage with other people, how you feel in yourself, and how you take care of yourself in that space. And notice that it says inside and out. So this is about really looking after yourself in mind, body and spirit. Okay. And then the invitation is to do one thing that brings you closer to achieving that state, one thing, okay? It can be beautiful affirmation, it can be relaxing into your breath. Oh, breathing is like something we underestimate the power of so much, coming into the fullness of a breath and what that allows to move and how that nourishes the organs of the body and everything. It's just, it's so powerful. Your goal is to do whatever it takes to become the healthiest you possible. I need to breathe into that myself, because there's a lot of possibility of hooking into the type A personality here of, like, you know, going at your goals hard. And I kind of feel like I want to reframe that, allowing the possibility that the healthiest you is your natural state, and being willing to walk with what's showing up for you, to release, to let go of, to pattern change around, to allow you to relax more fully into that. Relax into it, not push after it. Yeah. Okay, my lovelies. So if you want to do some tapping with me, you can do that now. If you've not tapped before, you must be new, welcome. We're just tapping on some acupoints on the face and body. I'm going to lead you. And these acupoints are like energy centers under the skin, and we're just creating a little sensory input, sends a signal, a bit like an electrical impulse through to the amygdala, that part of the brain we know so well that goes into fight, freeze, fawn. So that can happen when we're being chased by a lion, or when we get a terrible bill in the post, or, you know, when these things come up that give us that response. We know it so well in our children, you know, when a demand comes at them, you know, that, or even an unpleasant sensory input, you know, noise or something, and that fight, flight, freeze can kick in. But I think what we don't recognise so much is how that kicks in all the time whenever our nervous system is disrupted by a worried thought, a restricted way of being. Something touches us, that touches on our conditioning, our imprinting, our inner stress patterns that we just haven't dealt with yet, we haven't moved fully through yet, and we're getting these sort of more minor nervous system responses all the time that are a bit like static in our body's energy system. And when we're in that state, we haven't got the peace and the openness and the clarity to move in the way that we want to. We haven't got access to our higher thinking and our wonderful full breath and our gut intuition. We're holding tension in our breath and in our body, our shoulders, and, you know, and we're like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? And we just want to invite ourselves to relax into that feminine space, that space where things can flow to us. So we're just going to have a little tap on that now. So tapping on the side of the hand, on, even though I don't feel very healthy right now, I love and accept myself anyway. Even though I've let my health go to the garbage, I love and accept myself anyway. Even though I don't know how to do better, I'm struggling and I'm tired and I'm burnt out and I can't sleep well. And all of these things just feel impossible to overcome because they are where I'm at in my parenting right now. And you know what? I love and accept myself anyway. And even if the only thing I can do right now is to love and accept myself really hard, that is such a powerful shift from where I've been, of beating myself up and making myself wrong and making myself not good enough and making myself failing. So right now, even though I don't feel at my healthiest, I choose to unconditionally love and accept myself. That could be my shift today. I'm going to go up to the eyebrow, and I don't feel at my healthiest. I've got this burnout, I've got this exhaustion, I'm wired and fired, and I'm burnt out, and I'm aching, and my tummy's off, and I'm run down, and I can't get my breath. I feel old, and I feel tired, and I feel worn out and drained, and I can't see the end. and I love and accept my glorious self right where I am. That's my change in this moment. Even though I struggle to look at myself in the mirror, I don't even recognize myself anymore. I love and accept myself anyway. Even though I feel like I'm failing, I'm falling apart, I'm broken, I'm damaged beyond repair. There's no end to this. I am exhausted. I am done. I am burnt out. I am beaten. And I am so sad and lost. And I radically love and accept myself right now in all the places I am, in all the ways I feel stuck and blocked, in all the things I've done to get to this moment. I love and accept myself, even though I feel tired and unhealthy, and it feels like it's only going to get worse. I'm transforming that energy right now, in this very moment, in the simplicity of saying to myself, with so much sincerity, I love you. I love you so deeply, so unconditionally, right where you are, with everything that's come, with all the places that you feel stuck and broken, lost and confused. Right now, in this moment, I sweep you up in my own arms, and I give myself such a hug, and I hold myself like I would my child, feeling all of these things. I do that for myself, and I say to myself with so much sincerity, I love you exactly as you are. There you go, my loves. I hope that helped to shift your energy. I'm sending my love to you. I hope you have a lovely weekend. I will see you soon. Take care. Bye.